Hi guys, welcome back to part 4 of What If Deku was Ink and Error Sans' son. I'm gonna upload What If Deku was a Big Daddy from Big Shot, Bioshock. So let's continue. Once they all deal, we're gonna do another time skip to the sports festival. And when they got there, I'm gonna skip the race and the team battles. I'm just going to go to the 1v1. It's going to be the same in canon, but with a little twist. Bakugo is going to go up against Deku. Then Deku's going to go up against Todoroki. But Zuko's going to go with his siblings. It's going to be his siblings versus Bakugo, Todoroki, and All Might as well. Yes, All Might's going to be in the 1v1s. So, yeah. When they got in, and when they all got into the ring, President Mike says, "Go," and the battle starts. Izuku and his siblings signaled for the same attack, but with a greater force radius, but with weaker power. So they won't kill them. And I'm going to, once they did that, they pushed Todoroki, Bakugo, and they just pushed Todoroki and Bakugo out of the ring with that push force. They are now aiming at All Might. And All Might never got wounded from his battle with All For One, so he doesn't have a time limit. And he still goes on, but they put in a lot more strength the next blast. And once they did that blast, they won the championship. Okay, strong. I'm only making it. Do you want me? Comment down below if you want me to make it to 2 more parts. Part 6 and part 7. This is part 5. If you want me to continue the series, you comment down below. I'm gonna stop the story for now and tell you guys what happened to my old YouTube channel. I had to restart my phone because my old YouTube channel, I had to restart it, my phone completely, or it'll just not work. So yeah, I had to restart my whole entire YouTube channel in my phone. So I had to start from scratch. So now let's get back to the story. Let's go to the training camp arc. Once they got there, when they met the wild pussycats, they are going to Ragdoll or Pixie Bob? Yeah, it was Ragdoll. Looked at Izuku, PJ, Granite, Blue Bear, and Obus, and said, aren't you the kids who were living out in the forest? And they said, don't mention that. In a very, 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 very angry voice. In unison. And yes, I'll show you the picture that, yes, they're going to have lots of tongues because they're Error's kids, and Error has a lot of tongues. PJ's gonna have 3, Granite's gonna have 4, Obus is gonna have 2, and Izuku's gonna have the same amount of tongues that Error has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna have 5 tongues. And when I think it's Pixie Bob. No, it's Ragdoll who made the landslide. The siblings said nope and summoned one big gas blaster. All of them hopped on and flew to the training camp. Once they got there, they started to cook up dinner for everybody. Yes, they know how to cook, since before they were reincarnated, they took some cooking lessons with Papyrus, Ink, Error, Blueberry, Nightmare, Dream, Killer, Dust, and even Sans. Sans, and Papyrus, except Lust Sans and Horror Sans. So yeah, they know how to cook. And they even know how to cook their own types of food. Like, Izuku's food is going to be... What should I make the food that Izuku's going to make? I would say meatloaf. With a pinch of garlic and cheese. Granite's going to make some homemade croissants with some bechamel. BJ is gonna make homemade mac and cheese. Blue Bear is gonna make chocolate cake, like a 15-layer chocolate cake. And Obus is gonna make, I say, a gigantic souffle and cherry chalupa. Tell me, put it in the comment section below. Tell me, cherry chalupa. Tell me in the comment section down below if that's right. And PJ's gonna cook a cherry bomb volcano, a gigantic one. And once everybody got there, they were astounded on what they made. Even the Wild Pussycats and Sans and Eraserhead was surprised and outstanding. Hold on, guys, I gotta take a drink. And I'm back. So, as I was saying, when they all got there, they said, come on. Me and my siblings, Izuku said, come on. Me and my siblings worked our butts off to make this. This took the entire time when you guys were out in the forest trying to make your way to camp. We worked our butts off. And don't say nothing about how many tongues we have, because it's part of our genetics from our family. And no, Inko is not our actual family. We're not telling you who our father and mother is. so don't judge. And when they sticked out all their tongues, they were surprised how many tongues they had. Izuku had 6. I'm changing the number. 6 tongues. Granted had 2. Hold on, I gotta go back to the picture. Yeah, Granted had 4 tongues. A beast had 2 tongues, and BJ had 3 tongues, and Blue Bear had, I'm gonna say, 5 tongues? Yeah, 5 tongues. And they all sat down and eat, and the siblings, Izuku and his siblings, went over to Kota and said, "Hey, why don't you come and get something to eat?" We made. Izuku bent down on one knee and said, "What's her name? Hi, I'm Izuku Error. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" And Kota tried to punch him in the balls, but Izuku grabbed Kota's fist and said, "Why were you gonna try and punch me in my balls? I'm a skeleton, for God's sakes. I have no junk. So I don't get hurt down there. Literally. And me and my siblings don't have lungs. So we can smoke. So we don't get sick. Just to let you know that. I was trying to help you out. And yes, I know about your family. Your family was trying to do their best. And I know because our uncle brought Muscler into justice. Yes, Sans did that. So, let's continue. And, continuing, you have no idea what it's like to have no family. You have your aunt, for God's sakes. She takes care of you. But you don't know what it's like not being taken care of. How would you feel? You don't know what it's like to be alone for 7 years without nobody knowing you're gone. Being abandoned by your own mother. You don't know how that feels. If you were in our shoes, how would you feel if you were abandoned by your mother? That's right. Just go over there, get something to eat, and you can tell us why you aren't talking, why you dislike us. So, go over there, get something to eat, eat up, and you can tell us tomorrow, okay? We just want to help you. Understand that heroes are good, not the other way around. Only villains cause pain to others. And you were caused very bad pain by Muscler. I know. So, we made some delicious food. We know how to cook. Just go over there, get something to eat. We already ate before you guys came here. We're too tired. So, we're just gonna take a shower and go to sleep. And Sans said, "Alright, kiddos, it's time for you guys to go to sleep." And Izuku and his sibling said in a tired voice, "Alright, Uncle Sans, we're going." And they literally are tired. they could see bags under their eyes, and they didn't sleep for a while, like 7 years straight. All of them had some good sanity. But if one of their siblings died or were injured badly, they would go on a rampage, trying to find the person who hurt them. Their sibling. And they won't stop until they are in the same condition that their sibling is in. So, once Izuku and his siblings went to sleep, they made a tent out of their blankets and slept together like siblings. But they made it and slept like that. And I'm gonna make another What If series, but you guys gonna have to figure out what series I'm gonna do next. Okay, as I was saying, hold on, 60 minutes, not bad. I'm gonna stop at 30 minutes. Let's go, keep going. The next day, Sans, Izuku, Granite, PJ, Beast, and Blue Bear woke up at the crack of dawn, started training. Even before Aizawa woke up, they were training. Literally, training. A lot. Non-stop. And once everybody got up, they were impressed. They even made breakfast for everybody. Even for the adults. They literally made a 5-category breakfast buffet. It's like breakfast heaven. If you were with them, your jaw would just be in the center of the earth. Literally. That's how well they are. That's how good their cooking is. Like the best chefs mix into one. And once they still have skin, but you can see just a little bit of bone showing. And they are ripped, literally ripped, with 100-pack on the front and back. Even on the arms, they have 100-pack. That's how strong they are. Even if they don't have magic, they can still beat you up really good. You know how Muscular is with his muscle quirk? Yeah, that's how strong they are. So, once everyone got up, Izuku and his siblings had their shirts off because they were sweating. And they did some sparring with no magic, just fists only. And no weapons. And after they are done sparring, they put on 1 million pound weight on all their limbs and do a bunch of exercises. And everyone was surprised how they can lift that. Even Koda was surprised. Koda was, in his mind, he was thinking, wow, they weren't kidding. They are strong, and they literally had to work for a living. I didn't mention they worked. I didn't say that they told Koda that they worked out. So, let's just get back to the story. And once the day, let's skip to when the villains attack. Everybody knows Izuku and his siblings and Sans know something was off, and they told everyone to get inside. We'll handle this. And yes, Izuku and his siblings still had their shirt off. And they were wearing shorts, so they can see their leg muscles. And everybody, they even brought a Nomu to take care of them. And they didn't use their magic for this. They just use bare brute force to take out them. And once Izuku got a little bit tired, and Shigaraki touched Izuku's arm, right close to the elbow, right there. He started to decay, and Shigaraki got his arm decayed to the bone, literally to the bone, and his skin started. You know where how I said his skin started to decay? I meant his whole entire skin, where Shigaraki touched with all his 5 fingers, decayed downward. And Izuku passed out from the mere pain. And Izuku's siblings were not having any of that. They literally went bonkers. Cuckoo. Ape shit. When they heard Izuku screaming. And Shigaraki took Izuku and put him in a quirk restraining chair at the wall base, and they left. And when once Izuku woke up, he try to move, try to use his. They thought he was trying to use his quirk. They told Izuku that you can't use your quirk. You're tied down to a quirk erasing colors on a chair. And he told them that I don't even have a quirk. What you saw back there were just pure strength. And Shigaraki said, "No way! You have to have a quirk if you were that strong." "Oh really, And Izuku said, "Oh really, Shigaraki? If you were abandoned for 7 years by your mother and with your siblings in the forest, what would you do, huh? Go to Heroes? No, they wouldn't even do nothing. We had to survive out there. We have our own log cabin." And they were surprised to see Izuku broke out of the collars, and he took off his shirt, and they saw how much thick he is. Even they could seen his leg muscles, like 12 times big. And his siblings were very, very flexible, so they could do things that nobody else can, except people with flexibility quirks. Okay, no, 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 no. As I was saying, let me take. Hold on, guys. I gotta get a sip. Ah, that's much better. Okay, as I was saying, Izuku's siblings knocked at the door and said, "Subway delivery!" And Shigaraki said, "Oh, that must be our subs." And they brought their subs and their own subs, because who would not enjoy subs? They ate subs and enjoyed, and asked Shigaraki, "Why? I know how you feel being not being helped out when you are young. I know how that feels, Shigaraki." They all said it in unison. And Toya Todoroki, and they know who Dabi is. Toya Todoroki, I know who you are. We know who you are. We know how it feels to be abused by our parents. We only had one parent, and she abused us when we didn't even have quirks. We found out we had magic only for our kind, to have. And Toga, I know how you know how it feels to be abused. Why don't you, Natsumo? I know it's you, as Kurogiri, Aizawa's old friend that was presumed dead, and All For One experimented on you. Why don't we can help you get back to your old form and go back to your friend. We can help you. And Kurogiri said, "You can? I do miss Aizawa. And Present Mike. And everybody that are my friends." And Kurogiri said, "Sure, I really want to see my friend Shigaraki, Dabi, Toga. You can have a good life at being a hero. Just leave All For One. It's just using you guys to win the battle against him and All Might. I know all of your guys' backstories. Shigaraki, you accidentally killed your family, but you hated your dad for what he did to you. So you killed him, but you accidentally killed the rest of your family. And Nana Shimura, the past #1 hero, is your grandma. And yes, she's our aunt. Our aunt. And yes, Sansa is going to be related to Nana Shimura because they're brother and sister. And our uncle is Sans, your grandma's brother. So, yeah. Just come with us. You can live a happy life. You can go to UA. We can help you. You can live out in our old log cabin. We barely even go there anymore since we have to stay with our uncle. We have a good life out there. No disturbance. Just our work we work, we made weapons. And they said, wait, you guys made weapons? And they said, and Izuku and his siblings said, yes, we were blacksmiths. And got people who created guns, even medicine in armory. Even we made mine shafts, for God's sakes. Instant mine shafts. Wait, hold on. You guys made mine shafts? Yes. Come with us. You'll be spared. I'll ask my uncle if you guys can live in our old log cabin. We have plenty of rooms. Shigaraki, you can have quirk canceling gloves and a bunch of lip balm because you really need to clean your face and your lips because your face is very, very infected. Literally, it is. And you need to stop itching your throat. It can get swelled up, and you could die from itching your throat. Literally, you can. We discovered that. So, Toga, we can support. We have a bunch of blood for our other uncle, Horror Sans. He eats humans, for God's sake. Jeez, what do you guys not understand? We're skeletons. We're monsters. We can... If our other uncle, Horror Sans, seen you, you guys would have been dead. And where you stand. But good thing he's not here. Literally, good thing he's not here. He would literally kill you and eat you. I'm not kidding. But, Toga, we have plenty of blood over at our house. In our log cabin. We made special preparements for you. So we had a eternity of blood sacks and blood vials in a infinite room. So yeah, you can do whatever you want in that infinite room. In Shigaraki, you have your grandma's photo, bed sheets, bed, and a TV, and the new PlayStation 5 with games. And the Nintendo Switch with any game you want on it. So, don't worry. And Dobby, you'll have a emo room with dark rooms, a dark bedsheet, a punching bag, throwing knives, and we can help you out with that skin. Literally, we are good at medicine and medical stuff. We even helped out animals, so none of you go hunting for animals. We have a bunch of money stored up. Got it? Now, pretend you guys all died. And go out. Go on, Kurogiri. Let's just go. And they went to the police station and asked the police officers to call our uncle to bring All Might, Aizawa, and Nezu down. Please. And especially Aizawa, because we have a special gift for him. Literally, we do. Okay, Kurogiri, come here. We can help you. Okay. They were amazed. The League of Villains were amazed what they were doing. They literally took the quirks out of Kurogiri, except his main quirk that were clouds. So yeah. I'm coming! Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer the door real quick for my grandma's, for a worker. And as I was saying, once all the pro heroes got Izuku, once Eraserhead, All Might, Nezu, and Sans got there, Izuku and his siblings told Nezu that we have a proposition for you. We were able to convince the League of Villains to switch sides. Literally. Wait. And Nezu said, wait, you did what? And they said, yeah, we got the League of Villains to join the hero side. And Eraserhead, we have a surprise for you. Hey, Granite, bring out the surprise for Eraserhead. And Granite brought out Natsuo, Eraserhead's old friend that was presumed dead. And Eraserhead was crying. And Eraserhead hugged Natsuo, or what was his name? I don't know. I'm just calling him Natsuo. And Eraserhead said, Natsuo, I missed you. I thought you were dead. And he started crying. And Natsuo said, hey, it's okay. Izuku and his siblings helped me go back from, Kurogiri? And Eraserhead said, yeah. Natsuo said, that was me. All for One did experiments on me while I was in a comatose state. So let's skip after they did all the reunion, and once Izuku said, we made a proposition with them. We would let them live in our log cabin that we have out in the forest where we used to live. We made rooms just in case if this happened. And we convinced them to leave All For One's side. We told them All For One was using them to fight against All Might, and him, All For One, against All Might. So yeah, we finally got them out and put Endeavor in jail because we know what he did to Toya and Shoto, Fumiya, Natsuya. He abused them, and he abused his wife. She's in a mental hospital because of that. And they were all shocked. So they called Endeavor up and told him to come down to the police station, and he did, and they said, Enji Todoroki, you're under arrest for child abuse and abuse in general. And Endeavor said, I never abused my kids. Oh really? Izuku and his siblings said different. And we have Toya Todoroki. Oh, you are so dead once I get out. You are not getting out. You're sentenced to life in prison with parole. No, here's a better idea. You're moving to Switzerland. No. The strongest prison in Japan. I don't know the name, but the very, very secure prison in Japan. And this is where I'm going to leave it off, guys. Sorry it took so long, I lost track of time. Bye. See you next time. This is the end of part 5 of What If Deku Was Ink and Air Sans' Son, part 5.